Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. The majority of the Earth's surface is covered in water, and, roughly, this amounts to 3/4 of the entire Earth. The ocean is home to over 236,000 identified marine species. However, scientists believe that there could be up to 25 million different species in the ocean. This is because 80% of the ocean remains unexplored to this day. Some of us love to engage in aquatic activities, such as snorkeling and scuba diving, even though most of us are not fortunate enough to be able to participate. While such experiences can be mesmerizing, as you can explore the underwater marine life up close, it can also go south. There are many dangerous creatures out there in the waters that we know of, but there is always the possibility of some kind of new unidentified creature popping up right in front of you too. With that comforting idea, we are going to tell you about 10 deep underwater creatures that divers often encounter. 10 deep sea creatures faced by divers. Number 10. Stonefish. Stonefish are known to be the most venomous marine fish in the world. While they are not violent and are unlikely to be aggressive, they still use their poison mainly as a defense mechanism. However, their ability to camouflage makes them far more dangerous. These sluggish fish have large heads and mouths, tiny eyes, and bumpy skin covered in wart-like lumps, and sometimes fleshy flaps. Their form, color, and texture, in addition to the fact that they barely move at all, make them almost impossible to spot amongst rocks and coral reefs. That is how most humans end up getting stung by these deadly underwater devils. Even though human stonefish encounters are extremely rare, their stings have been claimed by some to be more painful than childbirth and can prove to be fatal. Number 9. Blue-ringed octopus. The blue-ringed octopus is a very tiny species of octopus infamous for its venom. These tiny creatures are so small that their size has often been compared to that of a golf ball. It is understandable why people might think such a little animal couldn't be dangerous. However, in reality, while almost all octopi carry poison, the blue-ringed octopus is on a league of its own. Their bites are mostly painless, but their venom is 1,000 times more powerful than cyanide, an extremely toxic acid. To put it in contrast, the venom from this small creature is enough to kill 26 humans within minutes. However, there have only been 3 known deaths from their bites as of this video, and every other victim was able to recover. What makes them even more dangerous is that they are hard to spot because of their miniature size and sandy color, but they can be recognized by their blue rings that they display when threatened. Number 8. Sea wasp. The sea wasp, also commonly known as the marine stinger, is one of the most dangerous creatures out there in the waters. It belongs to the box jellyfish family and is extremely small in size. The sea wasp has a square-like shape with extremely thin tentacles coming out from the corners of its body. This translucent creature's long tentacles can be hard to see, and it has a famous sting known for its ability to kill a person in under 3 minutes. The bite develops into a stinging pain initially, but can cause severe complications soon after. Its venom can kill up to 60 adults. However, the sea wasp is not an aggressive creature and mostly uses its stinging cells to hunt prey. Nevertheless, they can be deadly, and in some places, such as the Australian northern coast, the beaches are often closed during sea wasp season to protect the visitors. Interestingly, Australian lifeguards and surfers found out that a woman's pantyhose is an effective way to defend against the tentacles of the marine stinger from getting to you. Number 7. Cone snail. Snails may look like one of the most vulnerable animals in existence because of their soft, sluggy bodies and inability to move properly. While most of these snails hide under their hard shells to protect themselves when any kind of danger befalls them, some of them have other ways of defending themselves. The cone snail, for example, uses a harpoon-like tooth to sting their prey or to defend itself. Unlike other snails, who chew on leaves, the cone snail is a predatory carnivore and uses this method to kill its faster-moving prey almost instantly. The poison they give out is a mixture of hundreds of toxins, and one sting is enough to kill a fully grown human. This few inches long animal has the ability to kill you within 8 hours. But what is much scarier is that no anti-venom exists for the cone snail's poison. Number 6. Great white shark. The great white shark does not need much of an introduction, as it already has quite an infamous reputation for its appearance, as we've seen from the popular and eerie movie Jaws. These creatures do not only have razor-sharp teeth that can rip any human in half, but they are extremely strong. They are mostly found in cool coastal waters. These muscular sharks are the largest predatory fish on Earth, with an average size of 4.6 meters or 15 feet in length, and can weigh up to hundreds of kilograms or thousands of pounds. When a diver faces one underwater, it is almost impossible to escape them, as they are very fast swimmers. In fact, they account for 2/3 of human attacks every year. Nevertheless, great white shark populations have greatly decreased over the years as a result of climate change, but in reality, we harm more of them than they harm us. Number 5. Tiger shark. Tiger sharks, like the great white shark, also have an infamous reputation for being extremely aggressive, but whether they actually are or not is a topic of debate. This is because these animals are often described as calm, friendly, and curious creatures. At times, divers even casually hang out with them underwater without any sign of harm. On the other hand, however, they account for the most shark attacks on humans every year, after the great white sharks reviewed in the previous point. They inhabit shallow waters where humans swim. Therefore, the chances of encountering them are higher than with other sharks. However, they are highly nocturnal, so day swimmers are unlikely to cross paths with these scary creatures. Therefore, it's those who like to dive at night who should watch out for these sharks. Number 4. Lionfish. The lionfish is a beautifully patterned, colorful fish famous amongst fish enthusiasts and are commonly kept by them. They are also a favorite item for underwater photographers for their alluring appearance. When threatened, the lionfish spreads and displays its large, venomous dorsal spines, similar to a mane, that they use to attack others with. They use their fin spines to inflict puncture wounds, which can be extremely painful, if not fatal. Those who are allergic are often the ones to face death from their stings. They can be spotted both during the day and at night and are attracted to dive lights. Therefore, it is important for scuba divers who are diving at night to stay cautious of these fancy but deadly creatures. Number 3. Striped eel catfish. The striped eel catfish, also widely known as the oriental catfish, are often found near underwater marine systems that include coral reefs, estuaries, tide pools, and other coastal areas, especially in the Indo-Western Pacific. These tiny creatures have a long, cylindrical body that flattens into an eel-like tail with white longitudinal stripes all over their dark-skinned body. They are often seen moving around the water in a dense ball of congregation consisting of hundreds of members. These little marine animals might look like they are too small to be harmful, but they have an extremely poisonous spine on the first dorsal and also on each of the pectoral fins. The stings are usually extremely painful and long-lasting, and in some cases could turn out to be fatal. It is advised that you don't touch the striped eel catfish, as they only attack when provoked, just like every other wild animal. Number 2. Sea snake. Sea snakes, also known as coral reef snakes, are a species of poisonous snake that spend their entire life in marine environments, as they find it difficult to move on land. They are the most abundant reptiles on the planet, having 52 different species of sea snakes, and all of them are venomous. These astonishing black and yellow striped animals are commonly found in the coastal areas of the Indian and Western Pacific Oceans. Sea snakes are not known as particularly aggressive animals, and the number of attacks on humans is extremely low. However, they might bite instinctively out of self-defense. Their bites are quite painless, but the venom passed into their target has the ability to kill 3 people with a single bite. Swimmers and divers may come across these terrifying snakes quite often, as they do not have gills like most aquatic animals, and therefore they have to come up to the surface continuously to breathe. Number 1. Stingrays. Stingrays are commonly found swimming around in tropical and subtropical marine waters, both in the deep oceans as well as the warmer temperature waters. These flat-bodied creatures have a reputation for being gentle and friendly around humans. They can often be seen roaming in the shallow water near the beach without bothering swimmers. There are also tourist activities that involve petting and feeding the stingrays. However, they have a habit of burying themselves on the seafloor, which leaves them vulnerable to being stepped on by swimmers. This causes the threatened fish to respond by slashing its venomous barbed stinger towards the human body. The stings can be extremely painful, and the toxins released could lead to severe infections, but thankfully, not death. Nevertheless, there is a possibility of the barb piercing through the chest or abdomen area, which could lead to death if immediate medical attention is not provided. People became aware of how dangerous stingrays can be after the tragic death of famous Australian television show host Steve Irwin after he was stung by a stingray. That is all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there.